But we've got this little sign that says, beware of Hiro, he will steal your heart.
Out of the four of you, who is he most protective about?
I've tried this experiment where I pretend to cry and he will immediately come to me and, tell me to stop. But Anya's tried it and he doesn't do that.
Hello dog parents, you're watching Woof, a dog-loving community by dog parents for dog parents. I'm Simran and I welcome you all to another episode of Petcast by Woof. Petcast by Woof इंडिया का फर्स्ट वॉडकास्ट है जहां पेट पेरेंट्स अपनी यूनिक पेट पेरेंटिंग जर्नी हमारे साथ शेयर करते हैं। ये जरूर हो सकता है कि आपके और आपके नेबर का डॉग चाहे सेम डॉग ब्रीड हो, लेकिन आपके अपने डॉग के ख्याल रखने का तरीका, उसे प्यार करने का तरीका एंड स्पेशली अपने डॉग के साथ आपका बॉन्ड बहुत ही ज़्यादा यूनिक होता है। एंड पेटकास्ट बाय वुफ पे हम इनकरेज करते हैं सारे पेट पेरेंट्स को ताकि वो अपनी यूनिक पेट पेरेंटिंग जर्नी हमारे साथ शेयर करें। तो अगर आप इंडिया के किसी भी कोने में हैं और आप चाहते हैं कि वुफ आपकी पेट पेरेंटिंग जर्नी को सेलिब्रेट करे, देन राइट टू अस इन द कमेंट सेक्शन या फिर आप हमें सोशल मीडिया पे कहीं पे भी मैसेज कर सकते हैं एंड वील मेक श्योर हम आपकी स्टोरी पूरी दुनिया तक पहुंचाएं। ऐसे ही पेटकास्ट बाय वुफ के इस नए एपिसोड में दिस इज आवर बॉलीवुड एडिशन, क्योंकि आज हमने इंटरव्यू किया है मेघना घाई पुरी को। She is the president of Whistling Woods International, which is a film school in Mumbai, and is the daughter of Subhash Ghai, who is the veteran director in Bollywood. So चलिए हम देखते हैं मेघना घाई पुरी and राहुल पुरी की unique pet parenting journey, and let's go and start this episode.
I am Meghna and I am the president of Whistling Woods International. Whistling Woods is an institute for film, television and creative arts.
I'm Rahul. I'm the director of academics here at Whistling Woods. I'm also the managing director of Mukta, and I have the absolute pleasure of being Meghna's husband.
How did your beloved pet come into your life?
There was years and years. So both Rahul and I have had pets as kids, and but obviously when you're kids, the pets are your mums. Like literally, my pets used to follow my mom around everywhere, right? And so did Rahul have the same experience where his dog was his mom's pet. But the kids started insisting, especially our daughter, who's extremely compassionate. I call her little Pied Piper for cats and dogs. So if she just goes on the street, the cats around her will just come near her, or little puppies will just start following her. So she just loved animals. But then we, started talking about it. We started really exploring the idea of having a puppy. And close friend of ours, also an alumni, he is a dog lover. He suggested that there was a litter in Bangalore and there was a retriever puppy available, and I was like, okay, that's perfect for Rahul, because he kept saying we need a family dog, we need a dog.
Bigger dog.
Yeah, being first time pet parents. I mean, we've been pet siblings, I guess, not parents. And with our busy schedules, we needed a breed that was going to be able to make it easy for us. So, and I think that was the best thing that we ever did. Yeah.
So what have you named the golden retriever?
So his name is Hiro, Hiro, from Big Hero 6. So the Japanese name Hiro.
Describe to me the first time that you got the pet, like the first days. How was it for you and how was it for him also?
So Rahul and I think it was
Christmas. Yeah, it was just after Christmas. It was 1st of January.
This night we were like at my parents for New Year's Eve, and we just got this message that, listen, I'm sending him tomorrow. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm not prepared. I don't have anything at home. But he said no, because this guy is willing to bring him. He's going to drive him from Bangalore. So I was like, okay, now whatever, I can't have that. So 1st of January, we're ready for lunch and we get the call that this guy's here. And it was quite funny because he came on a bike and he had 2 baskets on his bike. One was Hiro and one was another puppy. And Rahul and I went down, and Rahul took the basket. And of course, we had done a lot. We had done a session with a behavioral therapist and a trainer before we got the puppy, because we wanted to know what all to expect. And she had told us that the puppy would be.
That is such a thoughtful gesture to be prepared for such a big responsibility.
I think so. I think, so I want to bring that out actually in our entire journey. I feel that one thing pet parents don't do is think. about what the commitment they're making. It was so sweet because as soon as, and I have this video that I've put on a reel as well and on Instagram, where Rahul just took the basket and as soon as he opened it to look at the puppy, he just jumped out and he started licking Rahul's face. And I was like, oh my God, this is like renewing our vows in another way. Like
instant connection you just
instant
found.
connection, but it was for me, like who was taking the video. I was like, God, I've fallen in love with you again after seeing this. It's so sweet.
So how are the responsibilities divided? Who does what every day? Is there like a routine?
I do everything. Okay, so any parents out there who think that teenage children are going to take responsibility, forget about it. No, I'm being a little harsh there. Anya does. My daughter, she is very, very good with him. Ranveer and I have a very brotherly relationship. My son is 13 and they are very like bros, so he'll give him a space, when Ranveer is hitting the ball around, Hiro will just be in the middle of it somewhere,
Could you describe his day to me from morning? What time does he wake up? What is it that like you all are doing at that time? Just describe like a day of your life.
He wakes up when I wake up. So I'm usually up at 6, between 6 and 6.
Now picks him up. This is the other way
Usually
around.
I'm up and then he sort of stirs because he'll be sleeping either on the floor on his bed and I'll come up and he'll be like, okay, this man's got up now. So and then he'll come and he'll sit with me for half an hour and insist that I pet him because he wants while he lazes around. And so we have that half an hour together. Then
one time.
Yeah, and then at 6:30 he goes for his walk, and he's back by 7, and then he sleeps.
So the kids leave the house around that time as well. So all the kids go to school together. He goes for his walk. The house is then empty.
And then he sleeps. Then he'll have his sort of brush and grooming around sort of 8:30, 9 o'clock. That's when he'll also have an egg, a boiled egg. He has a boiled egg for breakfast. Then again, I mean, from then until lunchtime, he's just sleeping.
It's just got the best life.
Sleeping, lazing. After dinner, he then gets excited. He gets charged up after dinner. He wants to play, he wants to run around, all of those kinds of things.
So who's with him when you guys are not around, or say you're going on a vacation or something? Who's with him?
We have 24 hours help, and they are told that when we go on leave, you can't go on leave. And that's changed so much because earlier it was when we go on leave, you have to go on leave because we're shutting our house. But now they're there and they love him. They really do take care of him.
How is he with your friends and neighbors and people who are regularly coming to your house? How is his interaction with other people other than family?
Oh, he doesn't care about family when other people come. They're totally and utterly sidelined.
He loves everyone unconditionally.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's come home. I mean, whoever comes home, they have to greet him first. And then he will basically ignore all of us and literally go and sit with them because he needs them to pet him constantly.
But I'll tell you an interesting fact. Rahul doesn't really believe in all of this, but I had maybe he does in this part, but the first time that we started training for him, the trainer told me that, he has all the traits to be a therapy dog. And I find that, like, if I have friends coming in and they're upset, he'll just go and sit with them. He senses our moods. He will choose the family member that he wants to be with.
Yeah, dogs do sense a lot of our emotions more than we also think that they're sensing. I have had personal experience. Have you ever felt that maybe you didn't say something, but he sensed it before even saying it? Could you just share any experience like that?
I practice Buddhism and I chant, and it's amazing that I will just start chanting and he will be in the other side of the room and he will just come running and sit with me. Because I always ask the kids to join me and sometimes they don't. But he will for sure be there sitting with me while I'm chanting. So I think these kind of things, it's like, he knows that Mama wants company right now and she wants one of us to join and the other two are not joining, so let me go. But every time, it's quite amazing how and I'm not that loud and he's on the other side of the house, but he senses it.
On the weekend, for instance, if Meghna's gone out and then the kids have gone out and I'm on my own, he'll know that this guy's on his own, let's go and sit with him and keep him company. And so he'll jump up on the sofa and sit next to me or sit at my feet or whatever. So he knows all those things. I mean, he's He's a very, very sensitive dog.
See, I can sense it completely. She has a very motherly kind of a relationship with him, but I'm very intrigued to see what kind of a relationship you have with him. Is it like a friend? Is it like a son, a protective? What is the vibe that you share, sir?
I think you could probably call it, that paternal kind of relationship. So me and him have our time together, where, like I said, it's generally in the mornings when nobody else is up and it's just me and it's him. And it's not furious interaction. It's not that. It's just that we're both there, sort of enjoying that kind of thing. That's the relationship. Again, dogs are very intelligent animals. But they need you, right? They can't survive without you.
What would you say, something that you've been surprised about, something that you've learned as a person, or maybe changed in you?
I think what Hiro really has taught me, and again, it's so strange that having had dogs all my life, since I was born, there was a dog in the house, and having pets, sort of being surrounded by pets, I've never felt this kind of connect, because I think it just comes from that motherly instinct that I feel for him. But I think one of the things that he's really taught me is that just how much damage human beings do because we can speak. I feel that because he can't speak, his love is so pure, and the way he listens, there's no he's a teenager, but he's not talking back to you.
And how is he with your kids, with both of them? Is it different with your daughter and your son, or is it the same?
With our daughter, she's like a mother, and that's the relationship. She mothers him, she babies him.
He will sit in her lap for hours. Like ulta
and sleep and snore.
Oh my.
And he's huge. He's her size, and that's how big he is. And she's 17. He's that big. But with Ranveer, it's much more of a sibling, much more of a sibling brothers relationship. So when Hiro was younger and Ranveer was younger, they used to wrestle. They used to fight. They would wrestle, and Hiro would pull his teeth out and stuff like that, and really get into it. But he was always very, very careful. Even from that age, he was very, very careful about his teeth and his paws and things like that. But they've always played Ranveer and Hiro. And now, because Ranveer is a teenager and Hiro is a teenager, it's more sort of, bro, what's up, that kind of.
Is he protective? Out of the four of you, who is he most protective about? Somebody who he cannot really see getting hit or hurt?
I've tried this experiment where I pretend to cry, and he will immediately come to me and, tell me to stop. But Anya's tried it and he doesn't do that to her.
And what do you say to people who say that having a dog is a very, very big responsibility, and I don't think we can give into that much? Because I've had parents who say that it's a big responsibility, but it's very seamless. It's like...
I'm absolutely fine with that. I don't feel that you should have a dog unless you are 110% willing to take the responsibility that comes.
But emotionally, it's a huge responsibility. You're taking on a life into your family, and then you're responsible for them, and then they just win your hearts. So we have this little thing on our door, because we just wanted people to know that we have a dog, but we've got this little sign that says, beware of Hiro, he will steal your heart. And every time at home, they say this is so perfect, because he does. And I think in one meeting, if he's having that impact on people, imagine a whole journey. So I feel it is a huge responsibility, and I really do discourage people who want to get a dog on a whim.
Yeah.
I feel it's not nice. It's not.
I think that's right.
What does your pet or your dog mean to you? What is the connection that you have?
That's like asking, what do your kids mean to you, isn't it? He's now just another member of the family, and any consideration that we give to the family, the Hiro is part of that consideration. He can't be left out of that consideration. So any big decision that we have to make, we have to think about Hiro as well, right? That's just how integrated he is in everything that we do.
And any advice that you'd like to give to our viewers, for the pet parents who are watching this episode, any advice that you would like to give to them, just as a golden retriever parent, that if somebody wants to adopt a golden retriever, these are certain things that you must do, and these are certain things please try and avoid?
I think it's probably the easiest breed that you could work with. You could have in your family. Get used to a lot of fur all over in your food. I mean, there's a reel out there which says that me with human hair in my food and me with dog hair, and that's exactly us. Like earlier it was like, oh my god, there's hair everywhere, and now it's like, oh, Hiro's hair. So please get used to a lot of hair shedding. They are high maintenance dogs, and somebody told me that you don't have to take care of them as much, but it doesn't happen. You want to give him the best because he's your child, and you want him to be healthy, you want him to be looked after well. So I feel like they are high maintenance, they are all of that, but the love they give you is so unconditional that it's just he's really a therapy dog for us. The stress that we feel at work, everything goes away as soon as we see him. And especially, advice for parents of teenage kids, because teenage kids are that age where they're in their own lives and they're busy and you don't even barely get a hi from them when you get back from work. But when we have Hiro now, it's amazing because, you feel so loved. You know that, there's a child there who cares for you. So I think it's very, very special having a dog, especially a retriever. It's been amazing. It's really good.
So I hope you liked this episode और इस episode ने आपको भी inspire किया हो to share your unique dog parenting journey with the world. अगर आपका कोई ऐसा friend है who cannot stop talking about their dog, then do share this video with them or tag them in the comment section and we'll feature their unique story on our channel. Like everybody says, every dog is special. लेकिन Woof पे even every dog parent is special. So go ahead and like, share and subscribe to Woof. This is me, Simran, signing off. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I'll see you on the...
So इतना sad बोलेगा तो कोई share and subscribe to Woof.